thank you for having us here. It's our first time in InnerSource Commons, thanks SAP. I hope it's not the last one. Let's keep up with the good mood. It's been very interesting, very great so far. So let's see if we can have it. I can do it, and we are already presented. I'm Carlos Navarro, principal engineer at AXA. I'm leading the boring staff at AXA, governance, architecture, compliance, and so on. And
that's me. I'm Roman Martin. I'm principal architect at EMEA Services. So basically, I'm from Red Hat. That means I'm open by default and open source and inner source believer.
And I'm Anna Gamito. I'm currently the open source program officer at AXA Group. I'm a tech passionate. I'm always involved in ethical things in engineering, like sustainability, accessibility, open and inner source, lot of things. And community building, because I believe that we can arrive far away if we work together and we improve together. Then let's start. We want to share today our journey at AXA, our journey regarding InnerSource, and how we build our InnerSource foundations through the InnerSource patterns. You share it. Supported by the Red Hat and fueled by a completed year of hard work together with the Open Innovation Lab, a team we built together in order to challenge each other to create the good setup, okay? Imagine that you are joining us at the very beginning of this journey, and we start with a question: how we can work together, we can go work better together across teams, across borders, across different disciplines. Today, we will guide you through the story of AXA at the InnerSource. And we will start with, back. Thank you. We will guide you through our journey. Why? Because we are interested in InnerSource right now. What is our open timeline? Because we start a long time ago. A description of the patterns that we are applying right now, and a demo, and also what's next. What's next? Now, yes. And next. As you know, AXA is a world-leading insurance and an asset management group. We serve over 95 million of customers, and we are in mostly 50 countries. Our mission is simple, yet powerful. Act for human progress by protecting what matters. We have a truly global footprint. We have over 1,050 employees with a real committed to our core values: customer first, courage, integrity, and One AXA. These values guide us everything we do, every day, everywhere. This year is especially significant for us because is our 40th anniversary, and it's a real testament of our commitment to innovation, progress, and protecting what matters most. Our scale is significant, as you know, as I said before. We over 100 billion in annual revenues, which means collaboration and reuse of solutions are not just beneficial, it's essential for us to succeed. As we move towards more AI-driven and digital-first services, we need to breaking down silos and accelerate innovation across our federated structure. This becomes critical for us. It means that sharing is not just code, it's also sharing knowledge, best practices, and also challenges and learnings from failings, then for us to contribute, learn, and grow together is super important. This is where InnerSource comes in. By applying open source principles internally, we foster transparency, collaboration, and shared ownership, making it possible for teams to build on each other's work, co-create, and accelerate innovation. InnerSource has turned out this as a strategic enabler for innovation at scale. As I mentioned, AXA is a large ecosystem with thousands of talented people working towards a common goal: deliver secure, high-quality digital solutions for millions of customers around the world. In such a big organization, how do we keep innovation flowing and avoiding silos? That's where InnerSource come in. We reuse code, co-create solution, and scale AI initiatives efficiently. But InnerSource is more than technology. It's built on our 4 key principles: collaboration, transparency, recognition, and compliance. These pillars create a safe and open environment where teams can share ideas and innovate efficiently. InnerSource isn't just a method, it's a strategic enabler for us that help AXA deliver secure and high-quality solutions. Now, time for our open timeline. As you see, we started a long time ago, mostly with InnerSource Common in parallel. We start with creating our open culture. We celebrate in 2016, 9 years ago, our first summit, where different engineers from the different entities and countries start to share their practices and collaborate together. But this is something that we have continued and keep year by year. Last week, we've been in Sevilla with 3,000 engineers sharing again, and our community has grown to 2,500 developers and people interested in software engineering. That is a big number for us. Since then, we hit a major milestones. Early experiments in sharing and reuse, adopting open source licenses. We are also members of Finos and the Linux Foundation. And we have launched our open source program office that is also in charge of InnerSource. Past year, we stepped into the Red Hat Open Innovation Lab with a single goal: build InnerSource foundation that breaks silos, accelerates innovation, and fosters community. And now, in 2025, we are scaling with patterns. Why patterns? Because patterns are shared wisdom, your wisdom. We didn't reinvent the wheel. We stood on your shoulders of community and proven patterns to fit our reality at AXA. Our secret equation combines Red Hat open expertise with InnerSource Common proven patterns. With Red Hat guiding us, we embed scalable and open practices across AXA. By applying InnerSource patterns, we gain a shared language and a toolkit for transparency, trust, and innovation. The result, a winning combination of our secret equation that accelerates collaboration, breaks down silos, and empowers every AXA engineer to become a catalyst for change. At AXA, we already adopt key InnerSource patterns. We set a clear legal framework through our InnerSource license. We define our guiding principles at the knowledge portal. Every project includes a standard documentation from our InnerSource template. And every project is led by a core team and recognized trusted contributors. We will use review committees for important changes. Centralize project visibility at the InnerSource portal. We are also developing a really powerful platform to collect the data and to share the projects. We are rely also on strong communication tools and issue tracking at GitHub. And we will measure maturity and health in our insights portal. And we celebrate every contribution. But our journey is not over. We will keep exploring and adopting new patterns to fit our needs. Let's hand over to the demo.
Yeah, it takes courage to implement InnerSource, and it takes more courage to explain it in front of you. So thanks, Anna. Demo time, virtual demo time, it's a video. So you will see how we climbed the peak of standardization, and then we were ready to free fall to the valley of automation. We are not yet there. We are not crazy guys. We don't reinvent the wheel. So we are using a red parachute to do this. We are relying on standard patterns and our partners, Red Hat, to build the automation. So it's a, it's a humble journey today, but you will see more or less what we are building, even our branding, okay?
So, well, I don't know if we were going to have enough time to present all the video, but I think it could be part of the outputs. But well, here you can see that one of the first patterns we introduced were related about the InnerSource portal. We implemented different kind of InnerSource portal. One is just this kind of onboarding, but also we created some learning paths just for newbies, for people that they don't know anything about InnerSource. But also we have this InnerSource knowledge portal that's basically aligned with the documenting your guidance. So it's basically another pattern where you are describing all the main things that you need to know about what is InnerSource, why it's important at AXA, and also some kind of guidelines, and also the structure or the governance model. So we introduce another pattern, what we call core group, but it's connected with the core team pattern, that is basically the maintainers or the trusted committers that they are supporting InnerSource project. So, but we are not describing only the pattern, it's also we are visualizing where are you, in terms of you are a member of the open committee, you are members of the open group, and also which kind of roles and responsibilities you have.
And we always build assets first. As you can see, this is a Docusaurus-based template tailored for AXA branding. And there are more templates. So how do we start? There is also a pattern for that, right? So what patterns do you need to start the project?
So, well, in a couple of minutes, in a couple of seconds, we're going to introduce the how to start. So we have also this kind of guidelines in terms of how we can contribute, how we can start these projects. So in the how to start, we have, I think, is the most powerful pattern for us, is the standard-based documentation. We extended and expanded that pattern as much as possible, intends to introduce all the templates, all the structures, all the guidelines, and also all the automations are important in one single place. We created this InnerSource template repository that basically provides you all the things that you need to start from the beginning. So basically it's a set of assets and templates that will give you all the powerful to start from the beginning. So the rest of the video will present those kind of things and also how to introduce.
And we avoid most of the burden. We already have the code of conduct, the contributing, the license, the security guidelines, all in one place, okay?
So for us, it's important the code of conduct because it represents how we are going to collaborate all together, but also the license because AXA is a federated organization. So we need to be sure how to manage the code across the different entities.
Same IP projects we were mentioning this morning, right?
Okay. So I think the video's a bit longer, but I think we can hand over to Anna just to finalize. But basically, the previous slide, we presented all. We have in around 8 minutes, all of the patterns included.
How you create the pull request, how you...
So I think you can wrap up.
4 minutes. Well, at the end, what you are showing, what we are showing in the video is how Roman, in his role of core contributor, and after trusted contributor uses pull requests to create, solve an issue for us. Everything is guided via pull request.
Yeah, exactly. One of the things that maybe we can highlight here is this standard-based documentation plus others about documenting your principles, praise your participants, and so on. Is basically we can say that it's a self-service. You have everything described. You don't need to ask anyone. You can jump into the different InnerSource portals, then you can jump into the documentation, and then you can start because everything is already described. And again, all those assets are open for contributions. We are not experts, or maybe we are not covering everything, but we are open also because we have our contribution guidelines to everyone.
And we open also our community channels different to us and to be involved and to participate. Could you next go to the next, please? Thank you. Then our next InnerSource pattern to adapt and adopt the next year maybe are these that we have started to select, like the dedicated community leader or set the explicit governance levels. Also, the project valuation, the cross-team project valuation will be something that valuable for us. Also, how to document the decisions the teams start to take in order to have a synchronous way of connect to the project and to start and to know the direction and the address that they need to follow. And we have said several, but we want to thank you, all of you, because these are your patterns. These are things that you have learned with your experience, and we have take advantage of this in order to implement in our big company. And that's it. Maybe you have some questions or doubts or anything you want to